I cannot even believe that we got kicked out by the Islanders again. Oh my god. I had to take a break for a couple of days because I was so upset. And obviously you saw it in the last GM mode. Here's our owner. Not a great year. I was hoping for a stellar playoff run, put the finishing touches on the season, but that is not the case. As the owner of the New York Rangers, I am looking for better than this. Ooh, ouch. That stings, man. That stings. But that was rough. I was reading over the comments over the past couple of days. I have a master plan, and we have some fan art here. Again, the email is on the screen if you want to send anything in, and maybe an audio comment, anything at all. Let's quickly get the rest of the playoffs completed. But here is me in my office. Got the New York Rangers calendar there. I'm looking upset. I'm looking cheesed right off, and they got a New York Islanders dartboard, and that is just hilarious. Why the Islanders? Man, I wish I could give you a logical answer. We got Matt Donovan here, Thug Life level Matt Donovan. I don't always score, but when I do, it's Game 7 OT against the Rangers. Yeah, you asshat. And we also got one here, when you knock out xTech for the third straight year. Matt Donovan, are you serious? We have a couple here, which are going to be a nice little segue into my into the comment here that I want to talk about. Got a couple of nice pictures here of the King, Henrik Lundqvist, Timmy on Demand, and we got one of the Statue of Liberty with Hank. And the comment here is from Bryce. He says, Tech, I think you should be in the win now mindset. You must win Hank a cup before he retires. For the upcoming season, I think you need to acquire a fourth liner to replace Thomas Kopecky, even though he played pretty good in the playoffs. Also, I think you should get a top 4 right-handed defender. Also, playing Pox on the wing as a must. You already have great centers, so let Pox develop to his full potential. Lastly, acquire a scoring winger for the first line if Pox does not jump. And I have a couple players in mind. I want to thank you for that comment, but pretty much all of the comments were pretty much the exact same. Like, you got to win right now. You got to get Hank that cup. You have to do it. He deserves it more than anyone in the NHL. He deserves that cup ring, and I want to be the guy to bring that to him. I want to be the GM to do it, and I want to do it with you guys. I want to do it with the Rangers, and I think our win now mentality is exactly the mindset that we have to go into next year, into free agency, into the re-sign stage, all of that. Win now. We gotta make. I mean, we were close. If it wasn't against the Islanders, we could have had a chance. But just the fucking Islanders and Matt Donovan. We're gonna sign here for 5 years, 47 wins. Oh my god. All right, so what my little master plan is here, we can go ahead and we can just check all this. I guess I'll tell you my little master plan after we do the awards and all of that good stuff. But it's going to be going after a young first liner, and I'm just going to tell you, I think that we're going to go after David Pastrnak, because he's a player who is now, I believe he's 86 or 87 overall, and he is going to fit the bid perfectly for our first line. And the Boston Bruins won the Stanley Cup. There you go. So it wasn't the Islanders, thank God. We'll do a quick little recap here of who did pretty good in the playoffs, who needs to go, and I think it's going to be Chris Kreider. Power forwards do not work in this game. We've been through that with Rick Nash, and I am prepared to deal Chris Kreider, and I'm sure you guys can agree with me. His 87 overall got absolutely nothing but loads of potential, but it's not what we need here in New York. I want to change that into more of the Felix Pox type players, David Pastrnak type players, skilled, but still having the big strong players. That's that depth, but you got to have the skill up front. Obviously Rick Nash, Chris Kreider, they ooze with skill, but you have to put it all together, and we have to end up scoring goals. So leading our team in points during the playoffs, playoffs, Patrick Marleau, the playoff performer. He's got 166 games of playoff experience. He had 11 points. That is excellent. Brassard had 10 points. JT Miller had 8 assists, no goals in the 14 games, so that's great. Felix Pox had a huge playoffs. I would not be surprised if he's 88, 89, maybe 87 by the start of next year. Derek Stepan, Jesper Fast, buddy. The injuries kind of crept up on him. Kevin Hayes didn't do terrible. I don't want to give up on Hayes yet. Even though he's only an 84 right now, I don't want to give up on him. Mark Stahl didn't do too bad. Hamonic, Kreider. See, that's what I'm talking about. Kreider got the first line minutes, didn't really do a whole lot of any. Mikko Pecky pretty much had the exact same amount of points. Our defense also really lacked. McDonough, 2 points. From our captain, that's not good enough. Had an amazing regular season, but just could not put it together in the playoffs. Same with Keith Yandel, man. 4 points in 14 games, -5. That is just horrendous. Even Brady Shea didn't do a thing in the playoffs. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Fucking nothing. That's garbage. I mean, and then you look at Hank here. It's so hard to blame Hank because he gives you his all every single night. But don't worry, buddy. We'll get you that ring. Whether you're 89 overall, 81 overall, 96 overall, we're getting you that ring. I'm gonna promise you that we're getting you that Stanley Cup ring. So what we're gonna do in this video is we are going to go ahead and do the re-sign and the free agency, and then we're gonna do the hopefully we can get through the free agency, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have a look at the top skaters. We do have a first round pick this year, but first let's check off the retirement. So Patty Marleau did retire. Okay, so that kind of sucks actually, but that clears up cap space for us. So that's not terrible actually. Now that I kind of look at it here, Olli Jokinen called her quits. Zetterberg, Mark Savard, Verbata, Patty Sharp, Gagne. Those are all your players. So I believe it's only going to be Marleau unless Girardi retires. But where is it? Kopecky called her quits as well. So we got to replace Kopecky and we have to replace Marleau. So your goaltenders: Ellis, Backstrom, Anderson, Budai, Thomas, Anthony, all of those guys. So we have some work to do for sure. Let's check out the trading block here, and I am going to go and I am going to put, where is he? Chris Kreider. Hank's at 86. Oh my god. He's going down, down, down. Now could potentially be our last year with Henry. 86? Oh my god. He's so low. Chris Kreider, he's gone. 6 years at $5 million, and for what he does, it's more of the Rick Nash thing. I need Chris Kreider not to be here. That's the gist of it. He's not the player that I like. I'm not gonna have Chris Kreider. He will be dealt. So let's check out the top skaters here. I'm thinking of either drafting a goalie or drafting a prospect centerman because obviously Stepan and Brassard are great, but they're not going to be here forever. So any really high overalls here in the draft, just to have a look, couple 69 overall guys, 50, 69, 75 for this Karnachukov guy. We got a couple 73s, nothing really outstanding. Goaltenders as well. We got Ingram here, who's a 70 overall. So there is some talent out there, but we're going to have to make a trade here, and I have a couple of players in mind. Let's actually go to our trading block here, and let's figure out what those players are. We're going to go to our wants here, and we are going to edit our trade block. We're going to want a forward. It's going to be any. I'm going to want him to be at least 4-star potential, and he has to be no more than 25 years old. I'm looking for a primo top line forward here, and I guess we're just going to go straight for that. Let's just see what's out there. Oh, I didn't even fucking save it. We're just going to kind of see what's out there. It's probably going to be a lot actually, but I'm going to kind of sift through what I like. There you go. Let's do coaches recommendations. Let's see. what is available. So Drouin, obviously not going to happen. Hall, Nuge, Pox is up there. McKinnon, Skinner, Seguin, Galchenyuk, Kane, all these guys are not going to happen. They're just, it's too crazy for me to even think about getting any players of these kind of caliber. But we can start looking at players down here. We can start looking at the Tyler Toffoli's, at the Nichuskins, you know. Where exactly is Pasternak? There he is. So he's 86 overall. And I was looking at Pasternak because he's kind of got the complete package. He's a playmaker, but we're going to be playing him alongside Brassard, Orstapon, and Pox. Pox is a sniper, bona fide sniper. So you have the passing of 87 with Pasternak. He's only 21 years old. This is rookie year. He almost had 80 points in his rookie year. So it's going to be nice to get him. The thing is, though, he only has 1 year left on his contract, so we may have to do it once he's re-signed, depending on what his new contract is. So, I mean, I want a player who's NHL ready right now. I don't want someone who's going to be a prospect. There's your Bo Bennett type player. He's 25. He's kind of an older player. I would like someone, I mean, Pasternak is honestly perfectly ideal. Him and Shinkarik, they're definitely up there. He's a sniper though. He's got the 85 for passing. He's wicked fast. Oh my god, is he ever fast. He could be up there too. Shinkarik or Pasternak, they both had sensational rookie years. Monahan, no, he's the centerman. Lindholm, again, was a player we could definitely go after. I mean, 90 points this year. He's doing great. All those players are doing great where they are, but Kreider is a guy who he's definitely going to be wanted. There's lots of teams that are going to want him. Kirby Reichel is kind of getting into the not type, first line players I want. Michael Dal-Cole will be sick, but I'm thinking too they're going to be Shinkarik or Pasternak. So Shinkarik has 1 year left again. So they're pretty much similar players. Shinkarik has a little bit higher potential, but Pasternak, I actually really like the Pasternak. But Shinkarik is also looking really nice. He's a left-wing sniper, where I don't want to play two snipers and a playmaker. I'd rather two playmakers and a sniper. That's why I'm kind of leaning over to David Pasternak. So I put Kreider on the block, and we are going to hop into the draft. So I'll look at the trade. We currently have the 19th overall pick. I'm not opposed to moving up, but there's really nothing in the draft that makes me think, ooh, I really want to go get that player. So we look at Chris Kreider here, and he's got pretty high potential. You look over to David Pasternak, that would probably go through. Actually, no question that would go through, but it's not quote-unquote realistic. So I'm going to have to add some stuff. There's no question. I'm going to have to add either, maybe one of these prospects, Garland or Schufelt, or someone like Murray or Sorensen, because that's obviously will never go through. But you look at Vancouver, and how is Shinkarik, who's it's going to be one of those two guys, Hunter Shinkarik. They're both going to get huge paydays, that's for sure. His puck skills, I don't know. I think Shinkarik might be the better build here. He's a guy that can put the puck in the net. 35 goals in his rookie year. Or David Pasternak. He's 22. Pasternak's 21. We're looking to get a top line winger here. So this is going to be a big trade. And they're both going to get big paydays. I'm just looking at the passing. He's got a little bit better passing. They're both, their skating is both tremendous. Their offensive awareness is both tremendous. I think that the reason why Pasternak had, how many goals did he have? He had 24, where Shinkarik had 35 is the shooting category. You look at the shooting category, and it looks pretty good. There's a couple 80s in there, and I'm sure if you go over to Hunter here, he's going to have 90s pretty much across the board. Oh no, it's pretty much the exact same actually now that I look at it. Who's the better player? Offensive awareness. Pasternak has the better offensive awareness. We got a better defensive player here in Hunter Shinkarik. It's really just a toss-up, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to make this trade until the off season, until the free agency pool, because they both have 1 year left on their trade. Because they both have 1 year left on their contract, so they're both going to get paydays. But the question is, is there anyone else? We could really just empty we could just empty everything we have and get Phil Kessel, but he's making $8 million for 6 years. I don't want that. You know, I could go after Kucherov, but he's got the Red Star potential, and I just really, honestly, I've looked at this. I've had a clear look around the NHL at players who are out of my league I can no longer go get, and players who, you know, just don't really fit the build. But those two players really seem like they're kind of the perfect match. So I think we're gonna pull the trigger on one of the trades. I'll write down the top 5 picks here, but we'll see what is available. Again, looking for a prospect centerman. We have Kreider here, or a defenseman. We got Dante Hananoun, who is a 18-year-old center playmaker, which I like. I don't want to pick another defenseman because we're pretty littered with defensemen. But Tendies, is there any goalies available? I don't really scout goalies too well, so I kind of don't want to take a risk on that. But let's check here. Hanoun guy, Dante Hanoun. I don't know how to pronounce his name. We got Kreider Yamamoto or Dante Hanoun. They're both the centermans that I want. There's a couple down here. Pauberle, who's a sniper. And that's really it. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger. Do we go with the Canadian or do we go with the American? There's a right wing, he's a right playmaker, and this guy's right playmaker. They're pretty much the exact same. Just who do I want? Hanoun or do we want Yamamoto? I want Yamamoto. Kreider from Spokane. Welcome to the New York Rangers organization. I'm going to write down the top 5 picks, and I'll see you guys in a sec. We got Yamamoto, and I'm going to check out Buffalo to see how that Hanoun guy is, because maybe that would have been the better pick aside from Yamamoto. But let's go and let's see if we can somehow swing a deal. This video is actually getting pretty long, so I may actually just cut it into 2. Let's get the re-sign stage, all that good stuff done. But let's check out the rookies here. How did we do rookie skater? So we got Yamamoto, and he is a 4-star, 55 overall though. So he could be a, I don't know if I like that or not. Okay, maybe the other guy was a better pick. We'll go to Buffalo here, and we'll see if we made the wrong choice. 55 overall. I don't really know about that. Let's check the Buffalo here, and they picked that Hanoun guy, whereas he's 59 overall. So really, it's kind of a toss-up. They're both going to be projects. Maybe they won't even be anything but a first-round pick nonetheless. So Detroit picked up a guy. This guy, Cole Gavey, 4.5-star center power forward. He's the guy who I initially wanted. He's the guy, I mean, he's kind of the perfect centerman that I would have loved to get. And then Columbus got some guy's name who I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Columbus, where are we here? Going the opposite way. Colorado, Columbus, they got this guy, Karnakukov, who's a 75, 4.5-star as well. And then Arizona, they got a guy whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce either. I don't even know how to pronounce it, whereas there he is. Kondrativ, so 3 centermans went back to back in the top 3. And then Winnipeg had the number 4 pick, and they got Vernisky, who's a 75, 4.5-star as well. And then San Jose got the last one here. It was Lotzi. There he is, 4 stars, and there he is. He was the 5th overall pick. Yeah, there he is. So we have some work to do here. Hunter Shinkaruk, or do we go after David Pastrnak? We're gonna have to wait till the free agency period for sure. So I want to make sure I have as much cap as possible. Let's have a look here. So ideally, our lines for next year will be looking like this: Brassard, ex-player, and then hopefully Pox or Jesper Fast. Our second line will be Stepan, Pox, or Jesper Fast. So it's kind of a toss-up. Actually, our lines don't really look perfect. We have to get some wingers. Let me just get the re-sign stage completed, and then we can talk about wingers and who we want to go after. So recent free agency: Nick Schultz, goodbye. Marcel Gosh, I don't know. I don't really know if I'm gonna give you a contract yet. Hunwick, we're all getting these guys out of here. We're clean. cleaning house. We are a new look organization. Chris Summers, he's going to be nothing. He's going to be nothing. Christo, you're a good guy to have in the minors, and you're not a huge cap hit, so there you go. Oscar Lindberg, I would like to pay like 2.5. 3.5's kind of much. Would you take 2.75 for 4 years? 2.75. There you go. He may reject that. It's a little bit low, but I'm trying to save as much cap as possible. This guy is 25 years old. We'll give you a contract. Bork as well. Tender qualify all these guys. Jesper Fast. I want to get you for cheap as well. 3.2. How about the exact same contract? 2.75 mil. There you go. Hopefully he comes back for that. This guy, get out of here. 2.5 star. Not even worth my time, homie. Limber, we're going to give you a contract. Wiggy, you can go to free agency. This guy can go to free agency. Esper Fast. Hughes. Josh Nichols. JT Miller, I want to give a contract to as well. He only wants 1.9. I'll give you 1.785. That seems to be the magic number here. Brady Shea, I don't want to pay him huge money. 3.2. That's huge. That's mad. Let's just go 2.75 once again. That seems to be the magic number here. I'll give all the players that if they really want it. Nick Sorensen, we got to give a contract to. He's the prospect we got from Anaheim. Tambellini, 22 years old, 71 overall. Give you a contract, 3 stars. Girardi, you're a nobody. Martel, you're a nobody. Liam Murray, he's a guy we drafted last year, I believe. Yamamoto, the 55 overall prospect. I don't know if he's going to be anything. I haven't really drafted too many 55 overall players, so it's going to be interesting. That's everyone that we have to re-sign, so that's actually nice. That saves us. We're going to have quite a bit of cap here. We still have Lundqvist. He's 86, though. Appleby is definitely going to get a larger role for this year. That is definitely true. He's going to be getting upwards of hopefully 30 games. That would be kind of ideal, but Jesper Fast said no. JT Miller said yes. Lindbergh said no. Christo said yes. Brady Shea said no. So pretty much we got all of our rookies, but our core guys didn't want to come back for 2.75. So let me give you 2.9. How does that sound? 2.9. I'll give everyone 2.9. Jesper Fast as well, 2.9. I'll give Jesper Fast the first line minutes. I'm not scared to do that. I know he can hit 30 goals, and we're going to have a new winger there, potentially going to be Hunter Shinkaruk, or it's going to be I don't know who. I'm honestly so stumped. I don't know who to go after because they both could be really good, or they both could not really pan out. But we're gonna have actually not that much cap now that I look at it. Jesper Fast is back, Lindbergh's back, and Brady Shea's back. So we'll only have 4 million, but that's not bad. Marcel Gock, we're probably gonna let you go unless I can get you for like dirt cheap. Yeah, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. He's a good guy to have around. All these guys, I guess we can just tender qualify. They're good guys to have in the minors, and they're still relatively young. You 26, Wiggy, you can get out of here. All these guys, like, are they really going to be anything for us? I really don't know. Skapski, again, not going to be anything for us. So let's go all the way here and let's see what the free agency holds for us. Because the thing is, we're not really going to be saving any cap when we go trade for either Shinkaruk or David Pastrnak, because they're both going to have upwards of $5 million. There's no question. There's no way that they got signed for less than $5 million. Considering the rookie years that they had, they got a big payday, and there's no way. I just can't see them not getting signed for under that. So there's a couple free agents available. We got Thomas Vanek, who's out of our price range. Brad Marchand, never. Johnson, don't really need him. Silverberg, yeah, he's definitely there, but he's not kind of the guy who I'm looking for. Boyle, no. Gordon, Jumbo Joe Thornton's available if you want some depth. We could get another ex-San Jose Shark. Cal Clutterbuck, that could be someone who we could definitely get. He's from the Islanders. We'll have a look at that, actually. Cal Clutterbuck. He's the grinder who I need. But right now, we need to make that trade happen, and it has to happen right now. I need to make a choice, and it's got to be either one of the two guys. So David Pastrnak, he's making $5.2 million the next 3 years. Okay, good to know. I told you guys we're going to make that much cash. And Shinkaruk is only 4.5 for 3, so we're saving cap with Shinkaruk. Oh man, this is just honestly such a toss-up. Like, Shinkarik or Pasternak, they're both going to be elite level players, but it's honestly such a toss up. We're not really getting rid of anything for cap because we're getting either 4.5 back or we're getting 5.2 back. So we're not saving a whole lot in cap, but the trade will go through. There's no question about that. Shinkarik or Pasternak, I got to take a minute and try to figure this out. You know what? I think I've made my choice, and I've made my choice because we need to score goals. We need to put pucks in the net, and I feel like Hunter Shinkarik is going to be that dude until Pox is ready. And then once Pox is ready, we're going to have a absolutely lethal first line. So we're going to save 500 grand. We are getting rid of Chris Kreider. So we're also going to make this trade. You know, obviously that trade would never go through in real life, you know, quote unquote realistic. So we're going to trade 2/3 and potentially some sort of small-ish prospect. We could probably just trade Iverson. He's 72, 21 years old, 3 stars. Yeah, you know what? We'll trade Iverson 2/3. Iverson and Chris Kreider for Hunter Shinkarik. Probably was a Calder Trophy finalist. The thing I like about Hunter Shinkarik is that he is wicked fast, and he scored 35 goals as a rookie last year on a team like Vancouver, who didn't have a lot to work with. They didn't have the Twins. They had their first line was like a bunch of rooks, like Sven Baertschi, Cole Castles. It was a rookie line, and they did great. But imagine what they're gonna do. Imagine what Hunter Shinkarik's gonna do on a first line, getting first line power play with actual first line players, Derek Brassard, you know, Jesper Fast, or Felix Pox. So welcome Hunter Shinkarik. There's no doubt in my mind this trade will go through. We're trading Chris Kreider to the opposite conference, so we won't have to play him a whole lot. And Kreider, I wish the power forwards panned out more in GM mode, but I wish you the best of luck in Vancouver. It's a beautiful city, buddy. Go for it. There you go, Hunter Shinkarik. Welcome to the New York Rangers. That is a trade that I'm glad that we made. I'm glad we made it. It was a big toss-up. You know, maybe Pasternak would have been the better deal. Maybe Pasternak would have been the better guy to get. But as for right now, I'm happy with it. I am ecstatic. Welcome Hunter Shinkarik to the Vancouver Canucks. The reason why we didn't win, the reason why we're not winning games is because we don't score goals. Hunter Shinkarik fits the bill. If I was to figure out what player I want for my first line, it would probably sketch out to be Hunter Shinkarik. He scores 35 goals, has the offensive prowl that we need. Welcome, Hunter. I'm excited. I am ecstatic to have you on the squad. So now let's have a look here at what we need to address. First of all, we need to address our forward situation. It is going to be Brassard, Shinkarik, and Pox. Let's just say that for example, okay? The second line will be Fast. It's going to be Stepan, and then it's going to be Hayes. And then our third line will be Lindbergh, Miller, and I don't want Hayes. We need a third line scorer. We need a third line scorer and a fourth liner because it's going to be Hayes, either more. No, we're going to have to get 2 fourth liners. We only have $4 million though. That's the issue. We need to get a third liner and a fourth liner with $4 million. Can we do that? It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be really tricky. So let's see what there is available in free agency. I'm thinking Cal Clutterbuck for the fourth line. He's big, he's strong, he shut us down in the playoffs. He had a huge playoffs for the Islanders, and he knows how to beat us. He's an Islander. He is Cal Clutterbuck. He's how old? He's 29. He's still relatively young. 2.2 though, and then we have how much to get? You know, another fourth liner. TJ Galliardi. We get Jared Stoll. Okay, Jared Stoll will kind of be perfect actually. He's got 85 face-offs. He's a really good fourth liner. Okay, I'm going after these two beauties. Let's give him 2.4. Okay, let's give him 2.4. Welcome, Cal Clutterbuck. Hopefully you choose to come. And then we'll also give a contract to Jared Stoll because I don't want to get it to Paul Gostad. Galliardi's not really the fourth liner. I want to get Tyler Kennedy as well. He was from the Islanders, and he ripped us apart. So if we have enough money, I'd like to do it, but we need a fourth line centerman, and Jared Stoll is kind of fits the bill. 35 years old. He's not going to be forever. It's a very temporary thing. I'll give you 1.6 for 1 year, and hopefully they will come. But let's check the prospects, check the prospect goalies, all that good stuff. If there's anyone that we could go pick up, any cheap prospects here. Eriksson, Kodalik, he's 73. We'll give you a contract. There you go, buddy. Dmitry Kodalik, Regan is 19, 3.5 star. Absolutely. Welcome to the Rangers. I'll give all these guys contracts. 23 years old, no question about that. Let's check the goaltenders here. Any goaltenders available? Whoa, holy, we got Tyler Furr, who is a 5th round pick of the Jackets. I'm not gonna go on that one. No way. We'll get one of them though. We'll get the we'll get this guy. We'll get, who do we want? Johnson. Want to get Johnson, 21 years old, 4-star. Well, I won't go crazy. He's a 4th round pick. Evan Johnson, you can come up when Hank retires, potentially be the backup. We'll see. We'll see all about that. But what I want to do here is I want to quickly see if we got those 2 players for our 4th and our 3rd line. Okay, Regan. Okay, I thought that was one of our big fish. Those are 2 4th liners for us, so I'd kind of be okay. Okay, we got Stoll and we got Clutterbuck. Thank you. We got Clutterbuck. We got Evan Johnson as well, but we didn't get Kodalik. That's fine. So our team is pretty much set. We have $1.4 million to get pretty much get a 3rd liner. I can't see it happening unless we go make a trade and able to get Joe Thornton. Let me quickly think here. Thornton. Actually, hold on. This video is gonna be long, so just be prepared for it. This one's gonna be long. Oh man, you know what? I think I'm gonna cut it here, and I think I'm gonna make one more trade in the off season, and then we're gonna hop into the regular season. And it's probably gonna be Dan Girardi because he's down to an 81 overall. He's not looking good. Dan Girardi is not looking good. Where is he? His trade value is shit. We're gonna get absolutely nothing for him, but he's $4.9 million that we could spend on a 3rd liner. So I'm going to try to make a trade go through, and I will see you guys in the next one. And I won't be getting your comments for the next video because I'm going to record this right back to back because I want to get this done. And I'm pretty stoked. Welcome, Hunter Shinkarik. Things are looking good here. Win now mentality. The New York Rangers are going to be a completely different team next year. Buckle up your seatbelts. It's going to be a wild ride. I'll see you guys in the next one.